how to include some guilt-free spending in your budget. With so many of us dealing with the coronavirus pandemic, plus the financial fallout from it, and spending more time at home this year, there's a very good chance your family budget looks different. Our own budget had some big adjustments. Transportation costs went down to basically nothing, along with some minor changes, buying supplies and items around the house for projects. Our money dates have had us reevaluate some things and redirect money to other expenses and savings. Besides making sure that you're taking care of essential expenses and building up your financial cushion, you want to make sure you include another key area in your budget, some guilt-free spending in there as well. Why budgets need to include some guilt-free spending? First off, what exactly is guilt-free spending? And why should families include it when planning out their budget? Basically, it covers the expenses that you enjoy. Every family has different ways they use that money. It could be travel, eating out together, adding another pair of shoes to your collection, or gadgets. With families having to deal with so many decisions and challenges, there has been an increasing awareness of having proper self-care as part of the routine. Families are now including that in their budgets. The key part of keeping these expenses guilt-free is that they bring you joy without breaking the bank. These aren't frivolous spending sprees. They can be meaningful purchases such as supplies for a hobby like painting that enriches your life. Second, these expenses are planned ahead of time and baked onto your budget so you're not taking on debt or upsetting your family's cash flow. Why budgets typically fail? One of the reasons why I think having some fun money in your budget is a wise move is because it'll help make your budget more sustainable. Now, if I asked you what the point of a budget is, what would you say? Most tell me it's to keep their spending in check. It makes sense to believe that because for most families that's what it's about, restrictions. However, the best budgets I've seen are geared towards the direction of the money. I've interviewed families who have retired early or have knocked out a ton of debt, and something they had in common was that their budgets reflected their priorities and circumstances. Before they put pen to paper, or tapped the app, they sat down and defined what goals they wanted to achieve. If you had to break down a budget, the three key areas are basically paying your essential bills, building long-term financial stability, have the money you can use now to enjoy. Many times, the disagreements, arguments, and sometimes sabotage with budgets come from friction on finding a balance between spending money with long-term stability and enjoying now. If you skew too much to saving up for the future, one or more of you in this family could start getting resentful. Financial infidelity or setback with keeping the budget can occur for many reasons, but some spouses say one reason is there's absolutely no wiggle room in the budget for fun. If you're only focused on the now when something comes up, hello 2020. You're left without a safety net. Or families with kids, that's an additional source of stress they don't need. I noticed that the families who hit their goals had found a way to balance things. They saved towards their long-term goals as well as set aside money to enjoy now. How? By redoing how they approach their budgets. Easy budget framework to use. Let's go back to those three key goals of any budget: taking care of essentials, saving for the future, and spending on the present. Families looking to include all of these goals need a budget that can weave them together. If you're just starting out with a budget and are still trying to figure out a framework, an easy foundational budget is the 50-20-30 budget. It divides up your money into those three key goals, with 50% going to necessary expenses, 20% towards financial stability and wealth, and 30% towards discretionary or fun money. Feel free to adjust the percentages based on your circumstances, but for many families that three-bucket approach